Hey y'all. Just kidding. Yeah, hey y'all. Welcome back to my channel. I am so sorry I have been gone for a very long time because as soon as I turned 27, life was just lifing like super hard. I'm gonna tell y'all about it. That's why I look like this. I'm gonna do a makeup get ready with me while I talk to y'all about it, because I was so unsure how I wanted to like get back on my channel, and I was nervous because it's like I don't know how it's gonna seem. I don't know if I even have people who really watch my stuff to like care that I came back or whatever, but I do want to do this for me so I can look back and remember and everything. So yeah, let's get started. I already moisturized my face. I'm just gonna go in with my Super Grip Primer by Revolution. Ooh. Okay, that's what it looks like. Okay, so now that I have my primer on, I'm gonna like start talking about it. So what had happened was, let's go back to 2024. In 2024, I was working at this fashion job that I actually terribly hated. Like, I literally hated this fashion job so much. Also, I'm using like a powder for my eyebrows since my hair is a different color now. But I literally hated this fashion job, and I hated it so much because I felt like I love fashion. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but I felt like everyone was doing so much hard work there, and how they were being treated and how I was being treated, it just was not great. Like, people would cry sometimes. I would cry sometimes. I cried so many times in my car. I prayed to God so many times to please get me out of this situation. Like, I literally hated that job. I loved what I was doing, but I hated it because of just the like how people treated you, and they want you to stay in the same position that you are, and there's like no movement. Like, there are so many times that, and there was this thing that I've noticed that every time, because I was there for like I think almost 3 years or 3 years, I don't remember. There was this thing that I noticed that every time I came back on my birthday, something bad happened, whether it was like my manager talking about me or something else. It was always something bad that happened when I came back from vacation on my birthday, because like I always took like a couple days off, like a week or something, because it's my birthday. And that's what I noticed. And oh, let me focus because this is my eyebrows. Let me focus. And I noticed that, and I was just like, just know I cried every other like week in my car. I was told I wasn't doing a good job in what I was doing. I just really like felt like I wasn't appreciated in my role. A lot of people were getting unfair payments, like the payment was low, like, and then people that were there for a long time, they weren't even treated well. They would bring new people in. They would bring new people in and pay them higher than the people that have been there for years. And it was just so frustrating. And what was for me, the last thing was like, I had this manager and she was bullying the mess out of me. Like, she was literally reporting that I was not doing a good job. Mind you, when she previously came to that job, she came back. But when she previously came back to that, like when she was at that job, she literally was known for bullying somebody. And I was just like, oh, noted, because my friend at that job, she was telling me, and I like her. So you play with her, you're playing with me. So I immediately was like, let me watch out for her when she comes. And she did, and she became my manager. And she just was starting to like, she was doing little things like, I can't remember because I tried to push her out my head, but she was literally doing like sneaky things, like the way she was talking to me, the way she was like, she literally went to like HR, and HR immediately believed her that I wasn't doing a good job. And when they did that, I literally created a whole presentation to the director to show her like, what job am I not doing? Like, what are you talking about right now? And then when I did, it was like all this thing of like, oh, well, it's because you're not talking a lot and you're not communicating. Look at my skin color. I'm black. So a lot of the feedback given, I noticed, to black people were like, if you weren't always smiling, always jolly, they did not like that. It's like you need to be happy 24/7. And my thing with being happy 24/7, I'm already a bubbly person, but sometimes I just don't want to talk. And it's just like, in that atmosphere, you're literally not able to just be quiet. It's always like, we need you to talk more, or they feel offended or something. It's so weird, because it's like, I can see other people, they won't be talking, but when they see me, it's like, oh, well, we know your personality, like, you need to talk. And it's not just me. I've seen it with my other black friend that worked there, and she's always bubbly too. So it's just like, y'all are pressing people to talk, and it's just like, y'all pressing black people or people that are not white to talk. And it was frustrating. It was such a bad environment. Okay, so let me fast forward. Now that y'all know, oh, I was crying all the time, I was getting bullied, all this other stuff. Like, it was terrible. When I was getting bullied, I ended up writing, because I ended up having a panic attack, like, because I communicated so many times that I'm getting bullied, and they weren't believing me. All they kept saying, we need proof, we need proof. And I was just like explaining one time, and my last straw was when I went to the director and we had a meeting, and she still expected me to work under my manager. She still expected me to do that. And after that meeting, I literally was like crying, like I was shaking. And my black coworker that I sat next to, she was like, no, you should go home. You should go home. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So I went home. I drove all the way home, and that's when I had my like panic attack. Like, I was literally shaking, like, and that was my last straw. I was like, y'all are not gonna kill me. I cannot work here no more. So that's when I wrote like a 3-page paper on the evidence that they're trying to tell me wasn't the evidence of how she was getting bullied. And I went to HR. I went to HR, and I gave them this packet in person, and I sent it through email. I was like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. I've been bullied so many times, and I've been trying to communicate this, but no one's been listening. They've only been listening to her. I don't know if it's because she's white, probably, but they only been listening to her, and I can't do it anymore. I'm not risking my health for like y'all not believing me and being in an unhealthy environment. So oh my gosh, this isn't even what I'm supposed to do. I forgot. I learned this whole new like makeup thing. So what I'm gonna do is bronzer, Milani. Oh, can y'all see? Milani, and I just put this all over my face with a flat brush. Anyways, that's when I went to HR, and I literally was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I need something to change, or I don't want to work here anymore. I didn't have no job lined up, but I just knew I couldn't be there. Like, panic attack, and y'all not doing nothing. No, I had to go. I was not with it. Like, no. And that's when they had a meeting with me, and they were like, we just want you to know that we do appreciate you, and we're going to like get a different manager under like over you. Finally, they did something after I sent my whole like email. They finally did something. They moved me, and I wasn't under her. Great. Fast forward, then it was like my birthday, wherever I was working under somebody else that I liked, and then it was like my birthday. And remember, every time I leave on my birthday, I know it's something like bad happens. So this time it was my 27th birthday, because I think I started working there when I was 24. But yeah, it was my 27th birthday, and I was gone for like a couple days again, because like it's my birthday. So I was gone a couple days, and I came back, And my birthday was great. I came back, I was so happy. And I noticed that nothing bad was happening. Nothing bad literally was happening. I was like, oh my gosh, is this like an uplook? Is something different happening? Does this mean like something is good in a miss? No. I literally got called in while I was working, I think that same week, like the second day or something in the morning. And mind you, they always said something about my hair because like I always change my hair there. They always said, so that was the first thing HR and the like VP was talking about. They were like, Alice, like, we love your hair. Cut it. Cut it. Please cut it, because don't call me here. I know you didn't call me here to just compliment like my hair and stuff. So I was like, please just tell me, like, are y'all like firing me? And they were like, yes. And they were like they were like, we're laying you off because like the position and stuff is no longer like needed because it got sent to like offshore teams and wherever. So they laid off like me, and that was like, I guess that was the start of like multiple layoffs, but they laid me off. And I literally went home and I literally was like crying, sad, all that stuff. And mind you, they had to escort me out of there. They literally escorted me out like I was about to do something, and that bothered me too. So but I was like crying, but I was relieved in a way, because it's like I knew I literally prayed to God that I was not going to be here past 3 years. I literally was like, I pray all the time. I was like, oh, I'm doing blush now with Juvia's Place, like the duo. I use this color at the bottom. I literally prayed to God. I was like, every single day, I was like, I can't be here past 3 years. Because my goal was, when I moved here to Dallas, my goal was like, oh, this is just going to be a job I have, because I need a job when I moved. This is going to be a job I have, and I'm literally going to get a different job that same year. And I ended up staying there for 3 years. So I guess it didn't end up happening like I thought, but you know, things happen for a reason. And trust me, y'all, it's gonna look better. So things happen for a reason. So I came home crying, and that was when I started applying to jobs. Like, even though I was crying, I was applying to jobs while crying. Like, the hustle don't stop. I was applying to jobs while crying. And I always, while I was here, I didn't make a lot of money from my job, because it was like a fashion job. They were very stingy with money. They were very stingy promoting people that were in the position for years. So a lot of people had to have side jobs just to like live, while they literally worked everyone hard. And and so I was doing Amazon like flex sometimes at night or whatever, or at like in the early mornings, like 3 a.m. or something before work, sometimes, if I need to make like extra money during that time. And oh my goodness, before that time. And where was I? Yeah, so that's the first thing I thought I needed to do as soon as I got laid off. I was like, oh, I need to start doing those shifts. So I was literally doing like multiple of those shifts so like many times, like, because I was unemployed for a long time. I didn't even collect my unemployment, because when I did my unemployment, I only got like $380 for every week, and that was really nothing for my bills. So now I'm doing the Pro Concealer. Okay, Pro Concealer with LA Girl. And now I'm doing it. So yeah, so that was literally nothing. And I ended up, while I was doing Amazon Flex, I ended up making way more than that. So I couldn't even get my what's it called? I couldn't even get my unemployment, because you can't get it if you make too much with like a job. And since that was considered a job, it was just like I couldn't get it. So I would work so many shifts. Like, I worked, and I was unemployed for I think 5 months. I would work so many shifts, like for 5-6 days, like working hard. And and it was so hard, like, and it was hard because I just hated getting up. And some, like, Texas is hot, so I would get up in the heat. It lasted. When it was cold, I would have to layer up. When it was windy, when it was raining, like, I was really going through it. But I was like, I kept having faith in that it was going to be better, because it just had to be. I literally kept having faith. But it's really hard to have faith, I feel, sometimes, like, when it's like very, like, bad. But I literally tried to, like, keep going. And because I was so focused on being able to pay, like, my bills, I wasn't able to literally, like, take care of myself. And what I mean was take care of myself is, like, I love going to the gym. I literally love going to the gym. And what I noticed when I did get a job again, I stopped going to the gym for literally 2 months. On my gym app, I stopped going. Like, first of all, I was going less because my job, it was stressful, and I had to do the Amazon job because of that. So that took my time. But I literally had to do, I stopped going to the gym. And because I had to, like, wake up early in the morning, like 5 a.m., doing Amazon shifts, or having to do it at night and stuff, what ended up happening was, like, I would just grab food. Like, I didn't even really get groceries or nothing. I literally was grabbing food, like bad food, like McDonald's. And that made I could, like, I didn't notice at the time, but I was literally gaining. I was gaining. Oh, it's going in my hair. I was gaining weight. And it's like, when you gain weight, you really don't notice it. And I guess because I was fit, I was fit for so long, I didn't notice it either. I didn't notice it until, like, I guess, like, Valentine's Day, when I literally was trying to find something cute to wear. Like, in 2025, when I was trying, this is after I got a job, but when I was trying to find something cute to wear, and that's when I was like, look, where, like, putting on my clothes and everything, because that's when I finally, like, actually was ready to start looking cute. And I could not figure out, like, anything to wear for real. Oh my gosh. And that's when I was like, oh, I'm big, like I'm big. That's when I was like, oh no, I need to go back into this gym. And I wasn't playing after that. I've literally been working out ever since. But still, let's go back. So now I'm gonna go with my concealer brush. Anyways, with that, yeah, I was working, like, super hard and stuff. And with that too, the timing with me being laid off was crazy, because literally that next month I was supposed to move into my apartment. I was supposed to move in there, and I did. And I was supposed to go to, like, my friend's, like, she was having a baby shower for her, like, baby, and I was supposed to go there also. So as soon as I got laid off, like, that same week, it was just so much going on. I still had to move. And I sold literally all my stuff, because, like, that's all the money I was gonna be able to get. So I literally sold all my stuff, and I didn't have, like, furniture. And that whole time I was staying in that lease, and I think it was a 10-month lease, which was crazy. I'm glad it wasn't a year, because it was terrible. It was a 10-month lease, and with that, I did not have furniture that whole time. I had the furniture that I bought while, like, something I got from Facebook Marketplace while I had a job, and I just had that. And I wanted to keep that because I knew when I got a job that I still liked that table. Like, that table was cute. But I sold the chairs because, like, I have so much green furniture. I was over it. Anyways, that's not important. But I literally had to do so much stuff. And with that, I had to, yeah, that's what I was saying. That same week, I had to move and then go to my friend at the time, her baby's birthday party. And her baby was turning 1. So I had to go there. And I went there, And this is a friend that I had since like college and stuff. And like I was excited, like even though I didn't have a job, I was like, I'm still gonna go because like I made a promise. Like I'm not gonna tell somebody I'm gonna do something and not do it. Like I've never been about that. So even though I lost my job, I was like, no, let me still like be there to support and stuff. And it was like I went to my family first. I went to visit my family back home first, and then I drove to her for the second half of the trip. Well, I got my brother to drive because I did not have money. Like I did not have money. And I'm not going to tell y'all like the whole story, but because I'm not one to tell like business that I have like with friends, even if I'm not like talking to them anymore, I'm not the one to do that. But fast forward, we just didn't end up like talking anymore, and I was like confused about that for a long time because I had to like think about like why would this like happen in this like stage in my life, especially like I was just so confused. So because I was just like, I don't even know, I literally can't tell you. Like I was literally so confused like why things were happening the way they were when I was like staying with her, like how I was like being like treated, how she was treating people. And with that, it just I don't know, I couldn't. And then when I came back home, not having the support that I thought I was gonna get from that friend, I was just like, I don't want to tell y'all, so I'm like saying things, but I don't know. I guess I was just expecting more from my friend that I had at like that time, because she knew about like me losing my job, but still coming and everything and still trying to support. And it was just like, I guess I was just confused why I would be treated that way. And it just made me realize like I don't want to be around people who can't who really only think about themselves when it comes to like situations. Because yeah, life, you do have your own life, but people have things going on too. So it's just like, it just made me think about the actual people that I want in my life and how I want to move, like moving forward, and things like having people that think about others and not just only think about what makes them happy and things like that. Because I feel like I do that, so I just expect the same thing when with friends. So that's what happened. So when I came back, we just ended up stop being friends, and I was still hustling and bustling, and I was still like working like twice, like doing 2 Amazon shifts or whatever, while like still trying to like go to different things. And it's crazy, I was still like going, I had to celebrate birthdays, like that's when you know it's like, oh, there's hella events. Like I still wanted to be there for people, so I was like selling birthdays and stuff like that. And this is exactly when my car wants to start acting crazy. Like my car was acting tremendously crazy, and like going, oh my gosh, let me not cry. Whew. Oh, let me not cry. Oh my gosh, let me not. I'm not even gonna go into detail because I feel like I'm gonna cry if I talk about it. But when I was going through my car situation, I literally hate asking people for help. I literally hate it. Like I will literally work my butt off before I ask someone for help, and I literally hate it. And I literally asked my friend for money because my car like kept breaking down, and every time I asked her for money, she literally helped me so fast. Like I think, oh my gosh, the first time it happened, oh my gosh, the first time it happened, like, oh my gosh, Let me get a napkin. Okay, yeah, the first time it happened, so many things, like so many bad things were happening to me, like back to back to back to back. I got laid off, my car was having trouble, all that. So I called my friend, and she literally was like, while I was like so sad, oh my gosh, while I was literally so sad, she literally was like looking up all the car places for me, all that stuff. And when she like paid for it and stuff, she was like, it's okay, I got you. Oh my gosh. Mind you, this is when I was doing Amazon, and she was like, it's okay, I got you. And she like paid for it, and I think that first payment was like $1,000. And she paid that, and she was just sitting there like with me, and I just really appreciate that she was there, like sitting there with me, like in my like sadness. So I do really appreciate that. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna stop talking about it because I have to go somewhere. And I don't want to mess up my makeup. Okay, yeah, she was just sitting there with me, and I appreciate that so much. And it happened a few times again, my car. And like I guess the last time it happened with my car, she paid a few times. I ended up borrowing like $1,800 from her. and I do not like owing people, so I paid her back after I got a job. But I like definitely did big increments, but yeah, I ended up paying her back because like $1,800, I was like, and she's so nice because I don't need it. I asked for $800 quickly. She was like, okay, I'll send it. And it's just like, I was just so grateful to have like support when I needed it, and it just made me realize that during that time. So even like with my boyfriend, my car broke down so many times, and I was like crying, and it was just like, when I needed money from him, he was able to send it too. And like I was so like appreciative of everybody like during that time. Oh my gosh, my eyes. Okay. I think I got what, anyways. So yeah, I was appreciative of everyone during that time. And I think so the last time my car broke down for the last time was when I was doing an Amazon shift. Mind you, I was doing interviews this whole time. 5 months of being laid off, I was doing interviews, like, and I used to be so excited when I was doing interviews, but it got to the point that I would get to the third round and nothing would happen. So I wouldn't even tell people I was like interviewing anymore, because like I do not want y'all to ask me about it. Like I was just like, no way. So but I was doing interviews, and I had this like interview that was like in person or whatever that I had to do, and I was doing those while my car was working. But this last time my car broke down, I literally had to call my boyfriend to pick me up, and he picked me up, and I had to pay for a tow because my car was done. That was the end of my car. Like my car was hustling and bustling with me. Like, mind you, my car was named Clyde. My first car was named Bonnie when I had it, because I had it until the AC was done. My first car was named Bonnie, and in commemoration, like, to remember her by, I named my second car Clyde. He was a Kia Soul, and I loved him down. And while he was really with me, like, hustling and bustling when I was doing Amazon, like, for a long time, and he just kept breaking down, and I knew it was just a matter of time before he literally broke down, like, and he did. That was it. And I am so like prideful in a way. I try not to be with like people, but I'm so prideful in a way. I did not want to get what's it called, food stamps. I really was like, there's nothing wrong with like people getting food stamps, but I personally, that's when I was like, I felt like for me personally, because I didn't want to keep like, I knew I can like keep, I wanted to keep going hard for myself, but I was like, when I felt like when I got the food stamps, I was like, all right, I guess I kind of like gave up. So that same day, because I was like, I can't do Amazon, like my car is done. My car is literally done, like I can't do it. And so what ended up happening was, that's like, I think the next day I called the food stamps place. And I was literally like, they were asking me questions, and I was literally crying while they were asking me questions, like, yes, no, yes, like all this other stuff. And they needed like proof of like my payments, like how much money I was making through not DoorDash, Amazon Flex and stuff. Really like needed proof of how much like I was like making through Amazon. And with that, I had to like, it was just a whole thing. But I was on the phone and everything. I was like crying. But then after a while, I was like laying down on my bed, and I get this call. And and it was the person that I interviewed with. It was this like Black owned company that I really wanted to work for and stuff. And it was the guy's son who called, and he doesn't know this because like, yeah, but he called me. He was like, oh, is this Alice, blah blah blah. And then he was like, oh, we wanted to give you an offer. The way I was bawling, like like I bet you can tell from the story, like I'm a sensitive person, like I'm sensitive. The way I was bawling, because literally like minutes ago I literally was calling I was really talking to the food stamps person. So I literally was bawling, and I was like crying on the phone, like saying thank you. And he probably was like, girl, what are you crying for? But I was like, literally thank you, because like those 5 months were so hard to finally get like good news after having interview after interview. I was so happy. And then it happened the same literally week. My car broke down. I couldn't do Amazon anymore. Called the food stamps. Like all that stuff was happening. I literally was like so shook. I literally prayed to God, and I was so happy. And the like I was able to finally make money, being able to be like financially stable without having to do a second job. And I was like so happy. And yeah, I like, even like till this day, he would joke when I'm at work and stuff, he'd be like, yeah, I don't know, like you were like crying and stuff. And it's like, yeah, you don't know, like I was literally it was like hard out here, of course. Like I was crying. I felt like, and it was so funny because I think the week before I was watching the Pursuit of Happiness movie, and I was just like, I pray God this is like my moment. And that's literally how I felt. I felt like Will Smith in that moment where he was like, he got that job. When he got that job and they were like, oh, welcome aboard. I literally felt like that. That's how I felt. And I literally was just like, oh my, I literally was praying. And I got the job, and I literally, I could work the next week. And I was so happy because it was like, I was able to get paid weekly. So even though my car broke down, I was able to like get another car. But during that time, like my boyfriend had to drive me back and forth from work for like, mind you, it was like a 45-minute drive. So he would work, and then oh my goodness, he would go to work because he worked like twice a day, and then he would like pick me up early for work, and then get me from work during Texas traffic. So like I was like so appreciative. Like I was just noticing all these things, and it was like of people like helping me. And I was tearing up just because like I am the type of person that is really hard for me to ask for help and stuff. But I was like able to learn, and he never got irritated like picking me up or nothing. He just was like, yeah, I'll do it. And of course, like I like paid him back because like that was 2 weeks of driving, and almost ended up being 3 weeks. So I was just so appreciative. Like I was so grateful. I always like just pray to God, like I was able to have these people around my life to like help me and like keep pushing me to keep going, especially in Texas, like since like I don't have family here. So it was just really nice, and I was just so super grateful. And fast forward, like I'm doing things that I love. Like when I was working at that fashion job, I got my UX UI design certification, and I was applying to jobs. Like I literally wanted to do UX design. I wanted to do like switch to that and marketing. So I got my certification, but nothing was budging. Nothing. So finally I was able, oh my gosh, my eyelids. Finally I was able to get something from like UX design, and I was so happy. And with this job now, I feel like so appreciated, because I used to journal how like what I want and things like that. I like to journal things like that. I wrote it down like I would have a job by this time, and God made it happen. I literally had a job before that time, and I would journal down like what I want in a job and stuff. Like I want a job where people appreciate the work that I give, like people appreciate my ideas, like the kind of person I am. And with the job I have now, I'm so appreciative, because like all the ideas I have, like everything has like flourished and has happened. Oh my gosh, I didn't tell y'all, I'm using Essence like brown mascara. I'm trying to get away from the black. I'm trying to, you know, match a little. And I just feel so happy. Like even though I have to like drive there every day, I'm trying to get them to like I'm trying to get them to not like for me to be hybrid. But even though that is a, oh my gosh, hold on, because this is liquid. So this is a liquid brown eyeliner from Essence. As you can see it, but y'all see it? Okay, but yeah, I'm like literally like, and then mind you, I was at my previous job for like years, never got a raise. When I talked about a raise, they were like, oh, I've been here for 5 years. When I was here for like 5 years, I didn't get a raise. Okay, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about me right now. I can't be here for 5 years, let alone not get a raise. Literally, like, what are you talking about right now? So what happened is, after like 6 months of like me working hard and stuff, I ended up getting a raise, and I was just like, wow, this is so nice. And every time I think back about it, I'm like, wow, that was like literally a couple months ago. And I think that's part of why I wanted to tell y'all, because like this is definitely a hard time in the economy, that I know how hard it is to go and get the money. Ooh. I know how hard it is in the economy, because I was in it, and how difficult it is. I'm going back on top of my bronzer. How difficult it is to keep going when everyone keeps telling you no, 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 no. And it gets very frustrating to keep going when you keep hearing no, because it's like, dang, is someone gonna say yes? Because you literally only need one yes for real to keep going. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, for the longest I didn't know, and it's like I said, I'm over here looking at this camera, I have my mirror. Like I said, it is hard to like to keep having faith when you know you keep saying like hearing no's. So that's why I didn't feel good coming onto my YouTube channel and just being like, oh hey y'all, here's another video, and I didn't like explain like why I was gone. So and at least like be able to help somebody, like, because like I said, like I lost a friend, I gained weight. It was like a season where I think I need to like be humble or something, and I need to learn about life and what I need for like the future and things like that, and who I need to surround myself. I learned so much within that time. And with that, I'm not a type of person like I can be on YouTube faking like things are great when it's not. Like when I'm out here crying my butt off, like I can't fake it. So that's just the thing that I really wanted to bring. So if anyone was like dealing with that, just know you're not alone. Like I think my email is literally in my like description box. So if you do want to talk, I always respond to people, my best ability, but I do always respond to people. So if you do want to, like, I don't have a problem with that. Like we can talk it out, cry it out. Literally, I cry about everything. So if you have a story you want to cry together, trust me, I will cry. I've cried so many times when someone tells me something about something serious in their life. So just know I'll be there for you. But yeah, that's my story. I'm gonna continue to keep doing videos again. I didn't, like I said, I did not want to come in here like girl, who are you, like without explaining anything and not trying to like actually try to like help people. So and yeah, sorry y'all, my storage. But anyways, I'm gonna go in with my lip liner, Juvia's Place, and Lux Scorpio, whatever. I'm gonna put my setting spray so y'all can see the final look. Let's see. All right. And some setting spray. And the setting spray I use is Revolution Super Fix. Oh my god, it's so bright. Make a Revolution Super Fix. And then I'm gonna come back and show y'all the finished look. So this is the final look. Do you like it? Do you like it? Do you not? Do you like it? I like it. I found this TikToker person and I've been trying to follow her makeup looks because I like it. It's so cute, like her base. She's a UK girly. So anyways, it was nice talking to y'all again. I did not want to just jump in without y'all like knowing the sitch. So it was great talking to y'all again. Y'all are gonna see me soon. So if you did like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. I am going to start doing my show reviews that I was doing, hair stuff, makeup stuff, all that stuff that I enjoyed. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.